Hello my lovelies, my name's Tara and welcome to my channel where I talk about all things sewing, vintage inspired and DIY style. In today's video I'm going to show you some of the new patterns that I've had come in and a few fabrics, so let's have a look. The first pattern is this one by Colette, the Ceylon dress. I saw this a very long time ago and really like the look of it. It's such a pretty button down dress with yoke and waist panel and yeah, sort of a really interesting variation on the shirt dress. I really like the packaging of Colette. I've made a few Colette patterns before and I like them, but I find that the block that they use isn't brilliant for my figure. But I think with this one, because it has these panels and quite a bit of shaping, it will be easier, hopefully, to fit. I haven't got any fabric for this, but it would look really amazing in either a sort of a vintage fabric or a Liberty print, because one can't buy enough Liberty prints. So that's pattern number one. Number two is this Simplicity Vintage number 8463, a 1940s recreation of a 1940s pattern. The 40s are my absolute favourite era for fashion and style and films and so on, and I thought this was really lovely. It's actually, you can just see here, a two-piece, so a top and skirt, but it looks like a dress. These illustrations are really gorgeous as well, aren't they? So again, I don't have any fabric for this as yet, but I like this idea of doing them maybe in a black of some kind, and then you can wear the pieces, and then like a patterned version, and then you can interchange the pieces and you get a lot more outfit options. And I think I'm trying to do that across my wardrobe as I'm thinking about autumn and the clothes that I want to wear. Even though I make clothes for a living and generally I make them for other people, but I've made a lot of stuff for myself, and most of my wardrobe now is actually me made or thrifted or vintage from vintage shops. But I hadn't really put so much thought into how I wanted to dress. And that's been a real revelation this summer. I've really enjoyed the things that I've made. I feel like I've really found my personal style, and that these sort of 40s shapes seem to, and more vintage shapes, seem to work for my quite curvy figure. And I'm just embracing that. Anyway, so that's pattern number two, which I'm really looking forward to doing. Number three is another retro or reproduced vintage, whatever you want to call it. It's the Butterick 6485. I think this dress looks really interesting to sew. There's lots of panels and so on, and it could look absolutely amazing. This isn't terribly inspiring. The drawing's quite nice. I don't have fabric for that either, but I was thinking, you know, maybe, you know, some kind of wool viscose or something. I do really love dresses. I tend to wear dresses more than anything else, but I'm getting quite into separates. So we'll see. I kind of want to do everything that I have in some kind of black, but then, because that's my favourite colour, but, you know, maybe do them in a black and then have a colour as well, so, or a print. So I don't know why I want to do that, but it's kind of an idea that I have in my head. And then I have this one. I did actually buy this with the intention of making it for summer, making a summer dress, because it's just a really lovely pattern, like these little designs here, and you can see, you know, from the little drawings you get all these versions. I think this is really lovely, and then these are really lovely as well. It takes up a lot of fabric, and I had wanted to get, as usual, like a Liberty print to do it, but that is prohibitive in terms of finances at the moment. So I kind of feel like I've missed the boat a bit with this one because it is aimed more at the summer. But I think if you did this version in a kind of a wool viscose in a more autumnal colour or print, it's still really wearable. So I still, the jury's out. I may put it to one side and save it for next summer, or I might just go ahead and make a more autumnal winter version of it. So we'll see. Then a pattern I'm really excited about, a student of mine made this, and it's where I first saw it, and she made the dungarees in the denim as is here, and we fitted it to her, and I really like the pattern. I didn't realise that it came with the option of doing the trousers, and then it's got this blouse and a hooded blouse. Can you believe it? How exciting. And I really want to make myself a pair of jeans that I like to wear. I used to wear jeggings all the time, but I just feel really uncomfortable in them now, or they just don't feel right when I put them on. And I was sort of looking at repro denim, and I saw Freddy's of Pinewood, and they look great, but I just couldn't. I found it quite confusing, the differences in styles and shapes, and I just couldn't really work out which ones would be really good. And then I just thought I'll make some jeans using this pattern. It could be a complete disaster, and I could absolutely hate them, but I'm going to give it a go. And if once you sort of fit trousers and you get it right for your shape, and I'm thinking because these are more of a vintage shape, and the vintagey styles tend to suit my figure, that if I get this right, then I can do it in all sorts of fabrics. Traditionally, I don't really wear, I mean, I used to wear the jeggings, but I don't really wear trousers as such. I've got one pair of faux sailor trousers that I made from a birder pattern, and I wear those. I really love them. And so I think I do need to make some trousers, and we'll see. But I want to make all of it, actually. I want to make everything on here. Maybe not sort of a denim land girl, like not style it, sort of land girl. So even though I'm really inspired by vintage fashion, especially the sort of 40s, very early 50s, and I love people like Dita Von Teese, Hedy Lamarr, and Betty Davis had amazing style. I don't necessarily, for myself, I don't want to dress as a sort of a character out of a film from the time. I like to sort of take elements and then look at high fashion as well, and create a look that feels right for me. And I have a lot of fun doing that. I sort of lost touch with that for a long time, but now I'm in my mid-40s, and I've got really, massively passionate about it again. So this is really exciting, and I want to make the trousers and both the blouse options, one with the hood especially, and I have a friend who will love that as well. And then my final pattern isn't a new pattern, it's one that I found in a charity shop, but it's this incredible cape, again, a hooded cape. Then you've got this version, and then the culottes to go with it. How absolutely brilliant is this? There's the line drawings on the back. I think this was about 50p from a local charity shop, and I just love the idea of a cape. One of my favourite characters from a film is Madame Arcati in Blithe Spirit. I did a blog post all about this, which I'll link below, and she has an amazing tweed cape in that. And I remembered that I had this because I bought this quite a while ago, and I'm ever so excited about making myself a Madame Arcati cape. So those are all my patterns, And then I have 4 fabrics to show you as well. I have such a huge stash that I want to get through some of it, but you know, sometimes you can't resist, can you? So this first piece of fabric is actually from my stash. How cool is that? It's little knitting, pieces of knitting and balls of wool, like novelty print. And I love how in the 40s and 50s you would get all these amazing novelty prints. And I think that this blouse would be amazing in this fabric. I got this in the sale. It's a 2 metre piece of Tana Lawn, and it was £17.50 in the sale. I mean, like, I think I've had this for about 20 years, which is just ridiculous, but I loved it, and I've just never known what to do with it. But now I think it would look incredible as a novelty print blouse. So there's that one. And then I bought some denim from my favourite local shop, Jacob's Haberdashers. It's a very nice indigo, and I thought I would do the jeans with that. So I've washed this once already. I think I might run it through the washing machine again just to soften it that much more. It's quite a bright indigo, like a really bluey indigo colour. I probably maybe would like a sort of slightly more navy one, but anyway, so I'm going to do the jeans out of that. I'm going to do them out of calico first and fit them, and then the shirt out of this, possibly. Or I might alter and have the sleeves like a shorter sleeve, like a short puffy sleeve. So I probably, as I normally do, play around with my patterns and hack them quite a lot. So I'll play around with this pattern. I'm sure if I like it, make it up as it is and then muck about with it, because I like the idea of I like big puffy sleeves. So those are those. I have this fabric, which is quite bright, and as you can see, it's incredibly beautiful. It's a Pima Cotton that I got from Jacob's Haberdashers, which is my nearest local shop, but also very lovely. I'm going to use my own pattern for that. I will just show you the dress. This is one that I used to make up as bridesmaids dresses, but this is one I made for myself. It's I call it the Lana dress because it was inspired by Lana Turner. It's based off of an early 1940s design. This is also a Pima Cotton. It's really lovely. It's just ever so slightly thicker than the Liberty, like Tana Lawn, and it's great. I made this and I've worn it. So I want to do a more autumnal version and do it with you know, long sleeves. Forgetting the word. And then my final fabric is this Snow Leopard from Missy Mop Fabrics. I bought it quite a while ago. I can't remember how much there is there. There's a few meters, like a couple of meters at least, 2.5 meters. I'm not sure what I want to do with this. I like the Nina Lee, is it the London, the Bloomsbury top? I really like that. I've made a few of those in a Liberty print. So those are my new patterns and a few sewing plans and new fabrics. I'm looking forward to sewing up some things for autumn now, and I'm having great fun putting together some inspiration boards and a few blog posts about the things that I'm making. I hope you've enjoyed spending a bit of time with me today, and if you want to see some more and see how I do with these sewing plans that I have, then click the like and subscribe to my channel. I post a new video every Thursday, apart from when I'm on holiday. Apologies for that. It would be really lovely to have you back, and I'd love to know what you think of these patterns, if you've made them yourselves and any issues that you encountered and how you solved them, and what are your sewing plans for autumn. We've had this incredible heat wave, but now I'm certainly ready to start snuggling down and getting the knitting needles out. I hope you have a lovely weekend, whatever it is you're doing, and I look forward to seeing you soon, my lovelies. Take care. Bye. To all the people. Hey. Hey. There we are. Not happy. Doesn't want to be cuddled today. Thank you, Loki. Thank you. Thank you.